welcome back to my channel. We created this Hades from Hercules look and I'm super excited about it. I love how it turned out. It's so cool. We started out with a liner brush and some eyeshadow to sketch out his robes. Do you call them robes? I don't know. We're gonna call them robes today. I just sketched out the details of that before I went in with paint. I mixed up the correct blue shade. I had to use some cheap paint in this mixture, so I did have to go in with a couple of layers to get it opaque and nice looking. But you'll see, I just kind of haphazardly block those in, and then I go over it with a second layer to make it look smoother and nicer. Once we have the blue in there, I go in with a dark gray. I start out with a liner brush. This is like a thick liner brush so that I can go around the edges of the blue area and those little crisscross situation things. Yeah, it works perfect. It was like the perfect size for it. I got a set of liner brushes from the craft store. If you're wondering about that, they work really fabulously for body painting. The little skull brooch thing is the same color, the same dark gray, so I filled that in, and then the rest with a large body painting brush. This is the Made You Look brush collection, her first set that she came out with. I love these brushes, especially for body painting. They wash out really well. But then I mixed up a lighter gray. I just used black and white Maron Paradise paints for this, if you're wondering, just black and white mixed together. So I just added a little more white. Now this is pretty difficult to get the shade right because it dries a lot darker than it applies. So just keep that in mind if you're doing the same thing as me and you're mixing them. It wasn't too bad. I thought it would be streaky because I couldn't really tell, but you can kind of get an idea of the color. And just try to mix it up the same each time that you're mixing, and it turned out pretty fabulous. But anyway, the skin is a lighter gray than the robes shirt. Can't figure out what to call these things. And then with a even darker gray, it's almost black, I did this sash thing, whatever the brooch is on, filled that in as well. Then with like the excess on the brush, I kind of blended that into the little skull thing to add just a little bit of three-dimensional shading. And then black paint on a smaller liner brush, I add little details of the skull thing. I don't know what it is. I guess it's a brooch. It looks like a brooch. And then I just add some more details with the black, adding the lines around it. This is really hard to do, so I kind of tried to make it look a little bit more blended because the whole cartoon style, that's hard to do. It's really hard to do on yourself. The SpongeBob paint that I did a while back, I have a video on it too. You should watch it because it's cool. But oh my gosh, it was hard. Anyway, I even mentioned when I was doing this makeup, like, why do I do this to myself? I'm just going to add shading. So anyway, now with a white cream paint, I add some highlights. White cream paint blends fabulously on top of water activated paint. If you don't watch any of the masters on YouTube that are so fabulous, like Jordan Hans and Alex Faction, etc., they're amazing, but I learned that from them. So white cream paint on top to add highlight. I did this under the eyes. I did it on the collarbones, as you saw. Really gently blend this out. It's a really thick cream paint. I use the Maron Clown White cream paint, and it's super, super thick. I try to get it warmed up by tapping it into the face, and then with that brush, I just gently blend it out. It takes a while. You have to blend for quite some time, but it gets there, and it looks so smooth and beautiful when you do it. So there you go. Took a little bit of that to add some highlights and dimension to the little skull thing too. And adding a little bit of highlights to these crisscross. They're not really crisscrossing, are they? I've been calling them crisscross things. The details, the little details on the things. And then I highlighted the shoulders as well, just adding dimension where I see fit. The black sash thingamajig needed some highlights as well, make it look kind of wrinkled. And then where we have the white cream paint, it's going to be a bit sticky, so you don't want to set that. You don't have to set water activated paints, they dry pretty matte, but I set all the areas where I added cream paint, and then shabam! I have yellow eyes. I went ahead and put in my contacts. These are the Avatar contact lenses from Camo Eyes. I got them for my avatar, but now I use them for everything else because they're amazing. Anyway, I put those in because I didn't want to mess up the eye makeup after it was done. So yeah, I'm going in with a fluffy brush with some black eyeshadow. Now this is from the Morphe 35K palette. That black is not super dark for some reason. I don't know, most of the palettes have a really pigmented black, so use a lower pigmented black, if that makes sense. Don't get a super pigmented one, that way you can just kind of build it up, and it's almost like a really dark gray. You could use a really dark gray as well. I'm just letting you know what I'm using. But anyway, I add shading to the cheekbones to make them look super sharp and chiseled and like Hades. And then I added it to the collarbones as well to make the neck look all evil and protrudish, because that's a word. I like to shade my Cupid's bow like I did there, and then around the nose a bit to just bring back the dimension in the face. We got a little flat there. And then I like to take it up when I do evil characters into the brow like that, in the front of the brow. I feel like it looks really cool, adds just a little bit of a evil appearance. And then of course eyeshadow, like I would normally do eyeshadow, just blend it out really smoky with that not so pigmented black or dark gray, whatever you're using. Then add a little bit of black eyeliner to the waterline and the top waterline. And then with a actually pigmented black, I went over the eyeliner, blended that out, and deepened up the crease. That was the black from the Conspiracy palette. And then also from the Conspiracy palette is a really shimmery white shade, Ranch Dressing. And I just put that on all the high points, highlighted the whole face because, oh, it is gorgeous. Can you see it? Anyway, love that shade. Now with the not so pigmented black, I swear if I say that one more time, I filled in my eyebrows. I didn't want them too heavily black. I wanted them to look like naturally black eyebrows. So that's what I did. Then I applied a little bit of mascara, and with a black lipstick, that was the shade Alien from NYX Liquid Suede Lipsticks, and then Stone Fox, the gray one. I did the black on the top lip, gray on the bottom lip to look more like Hercules himself. And that's it, guys. That is all. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click that red subscribe button down below to subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up and comment to let me know what you want to see next. Also, you can hit that notification bell. That'll let you know when I upload a video. And yeah, I love you guys so much. I hope I see you next time, or the time after that, or the time after that. Okay, bye. It's ruined, and I don't want to pay $100. I just choked on my saliva. Alright, hello, can you go 30 seconds without looking acting creepy? No way, it's my favorite thing.